Good morning, everyone. It's your girls from Obscure Orations. We're back, and we think we figured out a way to actually record ourselves good. I'm not really sure what it is. Like, I'm just watching the percentage, and I'm like, I don't understand what's happening right now. Huh.
I
Okay.
don't know either, but the record button is still lit and it says stop, so
Yeah,
let's
I
go
was
with
gonna
the
say
flow.
it. I see it at the top. I see it
I
on our screens.
I have a little timer, do you?
Yeah, I have the little timer. Ooh, we even have a timer. I don't have to time it anymore. Oh my god. Huzzah to us. We're
Huzzah.
obviously, as you can all tell, we're very easily entertained and amused and impressed because now if this works out as easily as it says it should, I'm really going to wish that we would have just started doing this from the damn start.
Instead of trying 58 different programs.
Yep. Here, we'll just
See,
use Skype. That seems easy.
the problem is I'm cheap as fuck. And I'm proudly admitting that. So I
Yep.
refuse to pay for something. So we used to record on Skype.
Mm-hmm.
And then Skype decided that they were going to shit the bed and move over to Microsoft Teams.
Yep.
Now, when I bought my computer, my laptop, which I need a new one, when
Yes, yes, she does.
when I got my laptop, Microsoft and all of their components were installed on my laptop. Why the fuck should I have to pay for something that they installed on my computer?
Mm-hmm.
Get your shit together, Microsoft.
And just to specify, yes, Teams can be free.
But you
However,
can't do nothing on it.
yeah, I would say you cannot record on it. You cannot do stuff on it because that was the issue that we ran into. We were trying to do stuff with it. We were like, oh, okay, made the merge over, learning how to use it, couldn't find the stupid record ability on it. And then when I finally Googled it, the proper wording, because we've Googled it 52 times at that point, and it wasn't until then that I finally came across something that said, oh, but certain features only are available if you pay for it,
Yeah.
like recording. I'm like, you motherfuckers. You took away our freedom of recording, which was free when you use Skype. And then we tried using, as some of you will know, we tried using uh, Discord, and that did not work so good. It
Well,
only
I
got
mean,
half the conversation.
it worked out good for you, but it looked like you were talking to yourself for about an hour and a half.
Well, no, it didn't look like that because the video still showed, like, that was the weird thing. It captures both videos, but only one audio,
Oh, that's
which I find
awesome.
completely bizarre. So that's why when Lizzie messaged me and she's like, hey, you realize that Dana's muted, right? I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Then I started watching it and she was right. My half of the conversation, clear as day, you can hear everything, and then you can see you adding information to the recording, and then all you hear is, so
Hopefully, there's
it.
some good lip readers amongst us.
Well, she said it was just like the good old days of silent movies. Your part was the silent movie aspect of it, and mine was the here I'm filling in all the information. Kind of have to piece
Well,
together what happened.
I was born last century.
Oh, not even last century, last millennia. Just to add
Yeah.
insult to injury, where you're like 19, 2000, slap. How old are you? Oh my god, 1900s. Like, seeing some of those videos where the kids of today are being asked, oh, what do you, what constitutes being old for you? Oh, anyone born like 2004 and before. Like, 2004? I was 12. Like, what do you mean? I wasn't old at that point. What the fuck?
I was married with 2 kids, so shut the fuck up.
I think this is secretly the real reason why I have older friends, is because that way I'll always be the youngest. I'm just like, whew, I was only 12. You're like, I was already feeding kids, changing diapers.
So we're gonna ramble today. What are we calling this? Random Ramble
Ramble,
Monday.
yes. Yes. Which shall be, okay, apparently she's going to get in on it too. Tell her no, she can't be in the recording and she doesn't respect my words. It's like when I tell her it's bedtime. Oh, she's now sniffing the screen as though she could actually sniff you in it. Like, there's a human stuck in there. Oh my god. But yes, as Dana was saying, today, or I think it's going to be a generalized name for any Sundays that we don't have topics for. It's just going to be random rambles, where we just have ideas of things that we're like, you know what really bugs me? You know what really bugs me? Is being attacked in my bed by the insectoid life. Twice in the past week. Once was it was a baby centipede, so it's about yay big, about yay long.
A
But
baby.
he was hustling to my face while I was laying there dozing. And I mean,
Well, they've got
literally laying
mommy
there.
legs.
Yeah, they're not really 100, but it's like 101 or 2 or something like that. I'm like, that doesn't bring me comfort.
Yeah, so they ran fast.
He did. I flipped him back 3 times while I tried to spasmodically crawl up my own bed to reach some Kleenex, and he kept running up like, oh my god, oh my god, why are you doing this? Why me?
They know.
And then I finally...
They know.
I was going to say, he could smell the fear. He's like, I was told to attack you in your bed. Ah! Tiny little screams.
I think you're right. I think because... Sorry, son. My son does love spiders.
Ugh.
And they always seem to migrate to his area. So, like, in his room, his window ledge, on his computer desk.
Yep. And I have a rule of thumb of, you know what, for spiders, I have the general rule of thumb of stay out of my vision and you can live. I ain't going to kill you. You come into my line of vision and then it becomes fair game. You're going to die because now you have entered my world where I can't ignore you because I can see you running across my ceiling. And today, because this was the second vicious attack, not a centipede, but you know those, like, normally jumping spiders are like yay big. They're teeny tiny little fellas. I don't love them, but I think they're kind of cute because they're so freaking tiny. I'm like, what could you even eat? Like, it just has to hop around and try and capture little dust mites. Like,
you'd be surprised.
well, this one obviously ate its brothers and sisters in the womb because all of a sudden I'm pulling up my blind so that I get my nice natural light for recording. And as I pull up, all of a sudden I see this black thing, no word of lie, this big, by that big, you could see the hairs on him. And I heard the thunk as it hit my ledge, and my eyes went here like, what the fuck? And then he got up and ran to the lip of the window where you'd put your fingers to lift it. Mm-hmm. Now no longer ever safe. Because he went in there and hid. So here's the lip of the window. Here's him. Like his little leg was kind of holding out, and then all of a sudden he just slowly, literally went do 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 do. Or he's like, I was watching him the whole time, like, I can see you. He's like, no, you can't. So then I had to kill him, but in order to get him out, I had to use one of my crystals. To get him, I'm like, oh no, that is right by my head. He is in mind. He is in mind. So I got him out my crystal. He hopped slightly forward, and all I can remember saying is absolutely not, squish, as he hopped at me. I'm like, not today, Satan. Not today.
Poor little thing.
Poor little thing. I think I pooped myself. He fell. He didn't even break a leg. He's like, I still got all 8.
So it has been a while since we recorded.
Recorded May with 2-sided vacation. Yeah, I was going to say 2 sides of the conversation.
Yeah, May 4th was our last half recording, if you will.
Yes.
So since then, I don't know. Oh, well, I mean, aside from not finding a program that works for us, it was just, there's so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, what has happened since May 4th? We had another D&D session,
Yes, we did. We
which
practiced
was
recording it.
which was by far the longest, but amongst the funnest.
I was going to say it was one of those for anyone who plays D&D, they'll understand this from a DM perspective. You overplan for things. So I had 3 different storylines planned out because I'm like, and the one I was frantically putting together because what are you barking? You just literally came barging. She was like the fucking
Groundhogs.
Kool-Aid. She literally just came barging in like the goddamn Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, hey, you little weirdo! Stop it. Um, but I had the 3 encounters planned out because I was like, oh my god, I have 2, but you guys had flown through the last session like you guys got so much done. I had it all planned, but you guys got so much done. I'm like, oh my god, what if they do that again? Like, oh, I'm not going to have enough for them. They're going to be upset because I'm not going to have enough for them. No, that was not the case. Like the prison battle was supposed to be super simple because I'm like, oh yeah, you guys are hitting, you're getting some really good damage going on because you're all learning your characters now. Let me tell
That
you
was
guys,
fucking brutal. I mean, that was worse than the troll on our first session.
which the troll made sense because it was a high level being that you're supposed to take on, but with a giant group of you, and it has high HP. These guys didn't have high HP. It was like, okay, yeah, I think the highest HP was, I don't even, Phil only had like, I think 40 or 36 points of health, and that was it. And yet, no one could hit Phil, but no one could be hit by Phil either because Phil rolled like shit. Like every time that I tried to hit one of you guys, it was just like, nope, nope, he misses. Oh, he misses again. I'm like, oh, he's so useful. Oh, he's so useful. So useful.
It was rough, and like so I think our so not so much yours, but my cohorts in my group are turning into dice goblins.
Oh, 100%. Like we already knew you and I were dice goblins, but they have joined. They have joined the horde.
They've joined the dark side. So, you showed us the tower that you bought
Yes.
at the dollar store of all places, Dollarama,
Yep. Dollarama.
and it's a tower for rolling, and it gives you a set of dice.
Mhm.
So the tower goes into the tray, and you get a set of dice. What was it? How much?
I think it was like maybe $3 to $4, if that.
So, Taylor showed us that on Saturday night, and we're all like, "Woo!" Like gold diggers at Tiffany's.
I mean, you're not wrong though.
On Sunday, Zoomlar, aka Jeff, shows us, look what I bought. He bought a tower.
He
So
ran out the next day.
he's turning into a dice goblin too. Ethan already has started
Get.
because he bought that he like such a unique set. It's the shape of a sword,
Mm-hmm.
and it pulls apart, and it's got the 7 dice in it, and it's amazing. God bless
And he bought.
Stephen.
I would say, and he got the ones with the eyeballs in them too that move around when you roll them. Did you see those
Oh, he
ones?
didn't show me those.
Oh, everyone else must have seen them at the table.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were doing,
Of course, I
but
got
we were.
left out.
Actually, we were like, oh, look, it's the eyeball.
Maybe I was cleaning up or something,
I was just say, I think you were
or putting the
probably cleaning
candy
up.
board together.
I think that might have been what it was because it was
So,
like it was before we started playing. It must have been when you were putting together the candy board
so our big
because
thing when we play
oh,
is we have dinner. Usually I'll cook. Somebody brings the candy for the candy board, and then Ethan always brings chips.
he is now the
So
chip boy.
he is now known as Chip Boy. So we had sloppy joes. So I made sloppy joes. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I cooked roughly 4.5 pounds of ground beef.
Yeah, because I was just saying, because you guys did the big amount.
I had enough leftovers for 3 more sloppy joes for next day.
Why does that not surprise me with him?
It doesn't. And Norm was like, do you think you should use all that beef?" I'm like, "I love you, Ethan." I'm like, "Ethan, like 3 people."
And he did. He was like all about it. Where he went back, I was so proud of him because I think he went back what 3 times
Yes.
and kept on at. And then you'd see him where he was like, "Oh, if I put barbecue chips on top of," it was like bun, meat, cheese, more meat, and then barbecue chips, and then
Barbecue
it on top
and
of
then the
it.
top of the bun.
And then he was like, "I can do this." Like, I absolutely love the fact that it's basically we do family dinner before we start gaming, where we're like, okay. And when we're doing it, like we're not even talking anything D&D as we're having the dinner. It's literally everything about life. What we've all been up to, how work's been, the state of affairs in the world. Like, the topics are so broad. It's like we're trying to get all of that out of the way beforehand. We're like, okay, we're fed, we have drinks, we have snackies, and now it's time for the game. Because once we get into the game, that is what it becomes about. There's no like deviating from it.
Yeah.
Other than when we took like this was the first time that I was like, okay, why don't we take a 5 or 10 minute break? Which I think is what we should probably start implementing when we're about halfway through the night, where we're like, okay, everyone get up, get the blood flowing back to the rest of our bodies, go to the bathroom, relax.
Circulation.
You're
Circulation.
like, oh my God, I have toes. Did you know I have toes? I didn't know I have toes. But I will say that we did have a couple technical issues while we were trying to learn how to. We're going to be streaming our sessions on Discord, and the plot is to be able to record them, and then we can put them up on our YouTube channel. Now, it only works when A, we have the laptop, the crappy laptop, that is plugged in, because within the first, I think we made it like maybe an hour before it gave out, and then all of a sudden it just died, and we'd had a couple of viewers that were like, you guys know that it died? Like, you guys cut out like about 5 minutes ago. We're like, what are you talking about? And all of a sudden then, all at once, the computer went, oh no.
I don't want to play no more.
And then we get it back up and running. We're like, okay, it's okay. We're learning. This is our first time doing it. We're learning. Plug it in. We're like, yeah, we got this. And then we hit record. We're going. And after about another hour, I look at my phone and I see I have a message from my little brother who's like, hey, an hour before, are you aware that you have no sound? That's why I ended up leaving. I'm like, he's like, yeah, when you guys came back, there was no sound. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake.
So life
like,
is trial and error, right?
Yes, it is.
Nobody was born with a handbook that told them exactly what to expect and how to get there to do it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it really showed as we sat there and we went, oh, yeah, right, okay. Fuck.
So next time we'll be better prepared. So our next session is June 14th.
Yes, it
And
is.
it's going to be an early session because we're going to a Renaissance fair.
Yep.
In ye old Amherstburg.
I say, indubitably.
And we'll probably just pick up something to eat at that point because I'm not going to come home and try to cook. And then we'll play, and we'll probably start playing around what, 3?
That's what I'm kind of thinking, because I was kind of doing like, if we get there for 10, and so long as it's not hot as Hades out, then we'll probably stay for a while, because I mean, they have everything. They have sword fights, they have jousting, they have vendors. They showed bleachers to be able to be watching the stuff, so we'll be able to sit and watch it. So it's not going to be the same. Like, for anyone who knows about the Renaissance Fair, like, there's the one for us that happens over in Michigan that starts from, I think it's the beginning of August. It's either July or August that starts, and then it normally goes to about the first weekend of October. Like, I went there when I was a kid. I thought it was massive then. It's grown even bigger now. Like, my one friend, because I went last year with my friends because I stayed over stateside, and we went there, and we spent hours just wandering the entire place. I'm like, holy shit balls, this is huge. They have archery ranges, they have shows going on, they have jousting, they have 5 billion frickin' vendors everywhere. Like, you can get real swords, you can get fake swords, you can get wooden swords, you can get bows, you can get hats, you can get armor made for you, all of the things. So, anyone who's expecting it to be that level, it's not quite the same, because Amherstburg and the tiny little Renaissance Fair that's coming through, not really on the same kind of level as that,
No.
but still going to be fun. And I'm really
absolutely.
hoping that they have a dice vendor there like they did in Michigan, because that was where I got my crystal dice. There were a few vendors. There were actually, how many? There were like 3 or 4, maybe 5 vendors that were dedicated to D&D stuff, which made me so happy.
You know, almost every single one of us is coming home with a new set of dice.
Yeah, if there's an option,
it's inevitable.
Yep, if there's an option for new dice, we're all going to be like, ooh, dice. What do you need them for? Well,
for me, it's going to be like, ooh, dice.
and we're going to, oh.
And you guys are going to be like, where'd Dana go?
Yeah. So we start sniffing there. It smells like
giant turkey
smell
leg
like
in one hand, dice in the other.
Look what I found, guys. Where the hell did you find these things?
Yeah, so that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, me too.
And then we will do an episode on the 15th, right?
Yes. Yep.
And then we'll have another week. And then we will do an episode on what, the 20...
Oh, hold on. Let me just pull up the calendar here. So 15th. When is it you guys go to Scotland? The
25th!
Okay, 25th is for you. So we'll get one in on the 22nd, which I feel like the 22nd should be an episode dedicated to stuff about Scotland. Like, leading into it, like, yeah, Dana's like, oh, yeah. Dice Scotland, I'm winning.
Huzzah!
Huzzah to the innkeeper. But yeah, that's coming up fast for you too. You guys are going to be over in real Scotland.
My plan is to record some videos in Scotland, and I'm going to send them to Taylor so she can post them.
Yeah, hell yeah. Especially if it's, if you catch Loch Ness Monster while you're there, we'll be billionaires.
Okay, so we did do a show on...
the mythical creatures?
What's that?
The mythical creatures?
Yeah. I almost said cryptids, but they're not all cryptids. And one of the ones that I picked was the Loch Ness Monster. And, oh my god, I swear to god, my phone listening to me. Scrolling on TikTok, not yesterday, the day before. And, there was drone footage of a large animal type thing in the water of Loch Ness. So I think they're trying to get it to be labeled as a Nessie sighting.
You're like, I will debunk this if I have to, but I'll find it too.
Oh, there'll be no debunking. I believe that she's out there.
Well, my point is, you'll either debunk it and go, no, it was a log, or sit there and go, there's Nessie, I found her.
Bitch. So today, like we said, the topic is just going to be rambles. But one of the things we're going to ramble about is last the second season of The Last of Us. And yeah, it's
Just
gonna get
shatter
ugly.
my.
There's gonna be some ugliness.
Yep.
Maybe a tear or two. But yeah, it's gonna be an intense conversation, so I'll let Taylor start.
So you know what? We'll start off with the fact of all of the hate that now. See, I would have expected to say all of the hate that the actress who plays Abby is getting because she quote unquote kills Joel.
Sorry, folks.
Which I say the character 100% deserves all the hate because the character, fuck Abby, fuck her so bad. Oh bless you. Um, but the amount of hate that Bella Ramsey's is getting for her portrayal of Ellie boggles my mind because I've seen so many videos where they're like, oh, they can't act, they can't do this, oh, they don't have enough emotion and all that. I'm like, when you put the two scenes, like there's a video that I sent my mother where it put the two scenes side by side and they showed Ellie in the video game where she's beating the information out of the girl. And then you see Ellie in the TV series and she's beating the information out of the girl. And to me, the TV series captured it better than the video game did because there was more emotion on her face and you got to see the reaction from the person getting beat to death as she was getting beaten and just how much it, like, how hard it was to watch. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is with people? It's like, okay, why are you all the number one concern of so many people? Oh, well, she's not attractive. She's not sexy.
So, and I want to touch on that because of all the negativity I saw about Bella Ramsey playing Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest one that cheesed me off the most was these grown ass men.
Yep.
And I'm not talking a 15 or 16-year-old. I'm talking 35, 36, living in your mother's basement, chips on your chest, playing video games for 24/7. Bitching about how unattractive Bella Ramsey is and that
Mm-hmm.
she's not, or they are not as cute as the video game Ellie. And I'm like, stop and think about what you're saying, man. In the beginning, for season 1, she was playing what, a 14-year-old girl?
Yes. Yes, because in the video game, one of the like mild differences is that in number 2, it's only set 4 years in the future, so she's 18 years old.
Yeah.
But in the TV series, they gave her that extra year to make her 19 so that it wouldn't be so creepy for a lot of people. And yet, they still managed to make it creepy.
It's like, slow down, pedo Pete. Yeah, that's
I love that.
A video game character,
Mm-hmm.
B, a 14-year-old. Slow your roll.
Yep.
Slow your fucking roll. And I think that's what, out of like all the hate I saw online, and fuck TikTok, like, you're a fucking trash fire, TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
A trash fire of negativity. My comments get taken down continuously. I'm always getting notices. Your comment was removed for going against community standards. All because I'd be like, I'd kill him too, you know. But these comments talking about Ellie's lack of breasts There's no
Mm-hmm.
cleavage shot. Like, for fuck's sakes, zombie apocalypse, or
Yep.
apocalypse, basically, end of the fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I don't think she has time to go shopping for the kind of lingerie that you want her to wear, sir.
And they even, you think about it, they even make a joke about that, both in the video game and in the TV series, in the episode where you have Ellie hanging out with Riley, where they go to the shopping mall, and they stand in front of Victoria's Secret, and they're like, what was even the point of these? Like, why would you wear this? This has no, like, basically, there's no tactical advantage to wearing lacy things. I'm like, yep, that is literally what it should be. And I can't remember what episode it was now. One of the last 3 episodes of season 2, when they showed that Ellie just had, like, bandaging around her chest for holding in the boobs, like, yeah, that would be realistically in the future. If you don't have companies dedicated to constantly making bras, we're
During
going
the
back to the,
apocalypse.
yeah, which shockingly, that's not going to be number one thing on their fucking list, is that it, it goes back to the old school ways of pre-brassieres. It was, you would just take cloth and you would bandage yourself up and to hold them in place, and that was it. Or you just let them be free. Like, if you free the nipple, if you didn't have big boobs, then you could easily just let them be free all you wanted. If you did, then you just bound them up, and that's how you went about your days. That was it. So for people just to be watching for that kind of stuff, number one, she's supposed to be a kid, so you're not supposed to be thinking about her in that way to begin with. Number two, what the fuck?
It's such a common occurrence anymore that it's almost borderline disgusting
Oh
how
yeah.
people sexualize everything.
Yes.
Like, for fuck's sakes, knock it the fuck off. Like, kids' cartoons
Oh my god, those are some of the
are being
worst.
sexualized. I'm like, no, stop.
Yep.
You know? Blue's Clues was one of my kids' favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going back a few years. I think Blue's Clues is still on, but it's not Steve. It's like a
No,
distant
it's
relative of
changed.
Steve.
I was going to say, it's changed several times since Steve.
So
I don't even know his new name.
so when my kids were watching Blue's Clues, thank God, like thank all the fucking gods, old and new, that I didn't allow my kids on the internet at that time, because the holy fuck, Steve is hot, I'd shag him comment. I'm like, for fuck's sakes, preschoolers watch this. Could you shut the fuck up?
Yep.
And it's only gotten worse as time has gone by. The sexualization of everything.
I was going to say, it literally does not matter. So, I don't know if you've ever watched the show. I absolutely love it. But it is because it's so wrong on all the right levels. Is the animated adult TV series Big Mouth.
No, Sam watches it though. I have
So,
seen a few episodes.
I love it because it's so balls to the walls out there, and yet not at the same time. Like, it does a really good job of exploring sexuality, hormones, what teenagers go through, what people go through, like all the different stuff.
Puberty.
I love all of that stuff about it. And it really does hit on the fact that everything is sexualized, because you think about it, in several episodes, the one kid jerks off to voluptuous tomatoes. Another one fucks the pillow, and then it has a baby pillow.
Voluptuous tomatoes. I love it.
So it's all these things where you look at it, and it seems so out there, But at the same time, like, that is an adult cartoon. Children are not supposed to watch it. Okay?
And
Not for
that's
kids.
okay.
But the things that they're highlighting are so accurate because you're like, yes, this is what social media and media in general has done to everything in the world. It has just sexualized all things. It can be a tree and it's like, oh yeah, isn't that a sexy looking tree over there? It's really
I
woody.
banged
Like,
that knothole.
exactly. Where you're like, okay, yep, this is fucked up. I can see this. But I mean, you think about it going back to the 90s and before, they did hypersexualize to a certain extent certain things. Like, for me, I think of the Animaniacs, because that was one of the shows that I watched every Saturday morning. Wacko, Yakko, and Dot. And they had the scene of, hello, nurse. And she'd come in, teeny tiny little waist, big boobs, big butt, and big lips, of course, and blonde, if I remember correctly. And laughing about it back then, but it was kind of more like, when you think about stuff like that, I remember it being more of a one-off. Like, it wasn't, the entire cast didn't look like that. They didn't have that as a, hey, this is how everyone's supposed to look.
Yeah.
It was, oh yeah, here's a really hot looking nurse that you want to come give you a sponge bath kind of thing. And then it was like, okay, but here's the rest of the cast, just normal looking, whatever the hell they were at those times. And I mean, Betty Boop, weird proportions, but again, hypersexualized, but like one of the only ones in that kind of setting where it's like, okay, it was her. And then I'm pretty sure all the others were normal looking. I mean, look at, what was the character's name? Olive Oil on Popeye? Like, there was nothing about her. But it's just like, okay, well, her and Popeye go together very well. And then you get to today's cartoons where they're like, okay, yeah, this is for a 10-year-old. And you're like, why do the women in this have, like, really big boobs and, like, their shirts come down to here? Everything's being showed off. They're like, let's go, Jimmy. We have to do this.
But what kills me is this cancel culture.
Oh my God,
Of
yes.
wanting to cancel shit from 30, 40 years ago, and yet you look at what's on television today.
Yes.
So, you know, I love Criminal Minds.
Oh God, yeah.
So I started watching season 18, and I think it was episode 3. Yeah, episode 3. There is a full-on lesbian love scene. Now, I don't care, because I'm a 54-year-old woman. But
Damn.
could you imagine if a 13-year-old was watching that? I mean, okay, yeah, you'd probably want to explain to your 13-year-old. There are times when a woman is going to love another woman, or a man is going to love another man. That's okay. You love who you love. But it's the fact that it's thrown at you. It can't be just something that's implied for you to use your imagination.
Yep.
No, they gotta have it full blown, titties everywhere, the moaning, the whole 9 yards. And it's like, calm down.
Which, to me, like, you know what? This helps us get into Pride Month. Look at that. There's connection. It's like we planned it. We didn't.
Maybe.
It's one of those things of, yes, I'm all for there being representation of everything out there. Yeah. Great. Love to have it. But there are times and places for it. So let me make it clear. I don't care if it's a lesbian scene like that, a gay scene, an interracial scene, a straight scene. I don't want to have that much explicit detail on certain things. Like, if you're in a murder series, which is what Criminal Minds is, oh, hey, it's all murder. There doesn't need to be full-on explicit sex scenes. There just needs to be an implied, okay, hey, they went to bed, they started kissing, and a shirt came off, and then, boop, go on to, you found him dead the next day. Ba ba ba. Like, there doesn't have to be more to it.
Yeah. So, like, in the case of Criminal Minds, it's one of the main characters. It's Aisha Tyler's character.
Oh.
Is in a same-sex relationship.
I did not know this.
And so, spoiler alert, if you watch Criminal Minds Evolution, shut it off, don't listen.
Don't watch past this point.
So in episode 3, now I had already been spoiled, so I kind of knew it was coming. In episode 3, JJ's husband Will dies.
I just found out about that too on the internet.
So basically, the whole episode, there was no case to solve. There was no BAU bullshit. It was just Will died, the funeral, how JJ's coping, how the boys are coping, right? So that lesbian love scene had absolutely fuck all to do with the storyline. Fuck all.
Okay, so wait a minute. So the lesbian love scene, sex scene, happened during the funeral episode?
Yeah. It was at the start of the funeral episode. It was literally them in bed, moaning and groaning, and ups and downs, and the lips and the titties.
Ups and downs.
Will dies. Yeah. Yeah. So
there's
again, like I am 100% the same as you, Taylor. I am all for representation, but there's a time and a place for it.
Mm-hmm. Like, so I'll do the comparison of. Go ahead.
We're gonna have people come after us for that remark. Well, I will, not you, but I will. All because I'm now. I guarantee somebody's gonna say you're stifling their rights. I guarantee it. It's gonna happen.
Okay, you all know, and Dana obviously knows, I'm gay.
What?
That's it. We're stopping recording. We're done. We're out. And I was raised in a very hugely gay positive household. My mom was part of the AIDS committee. Her and my uncle were the ones that started first hosting Gay Pride in Windsor. All that kind of fun stuff. Like, it was very gay-centric in my house. My mother never cared. She was like, you be whoever you want to be, love whoever you want to love. There was nothing ever weird or bad about it. So I'm a full, like, obviously I support my community. Yes, equal rights, yada, yada, blah, blah, all that. However, I do firmly believe, and hate if you want, but there are appropriate times for shit and there's inappropriate times for shit. That is fucking Hollywood trying to just draw people in and go, oh, look, we're being inclusive. It's like, no, you're not being inclusive. You're using sex sells, and particularly lesbian sex sells, because we all know lesbian sex, really hot to a lot of straight men. Don't know why, considering that they're not ever going to be involved, but still. They all love it. You show gay sex and they're like, ew, oh my god, there's 2 men in this. This is disgusting. I'm not going to watch it. So it's not going to draw in the audience numbers. But there's times for it, like, when you have dedicated, so there's a show, I don't know if you ever would have watched it, but called The L Word.
I saw it. I didn't watch it, but I did see it.
So it was actually one of the few really well done lesbian shows, but it was 100% lesbian show. That is what it was. All of the characters were all lesbians. There was a trans person in it, a trans guy, and a gay guy, but for the most part, like, it was supposed to be lesbian centric. That was the focus of it. That was the perfect. You're supposed to have the sex scenes. You're supposed to have the romance. You're supposed to have the ups and downs. That's what you're supposed to be showing. That is the perfect time to highlight it, use it, draw people in, but you're also telling stories. It had a purpose. It drove the story points. Having scenes and don't get me wrong, I fucking love Aisha Tyler. Like, she is, she's so good. I've loved her since the first thing I remember seeing her in was Ghost Whisperer, where she became, or she was the best friend, Jennifer Love Hewitt, her
On Ghost
character.
Whisperer, yeah.
And she was in the first two, I think it was just the first two seasons. And I absolutely loved her. So sad when she left the show. But she also voices, and here's another adult cartoon, Archer. She voices Lana in it. And she's so fucking good in that too. So I absolutely love her. Such a big fan of her. Will pretty well watch anything that she's in. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm down to watch that because she's good. She's fantastic. But you can be guaranteed that the reason that they did that scene, they're like, oh, well, it shows a lesbian couple. She's African American. I was just going to ask that. Is it happening to be interracial while we're at it? Guaranteed they looked at it and went, that will spike the ratings too. Like, everything that they did, guaranteed nothing was to actually show representation of it, because you don't have to go that far with it. You could literally, like, I'm happy when shit, shows us alternate relationship options out there.
Mm-hmm.
But they show it in a normal setting of, I can't remember what we were watching. My mom and I watched something, and it had a lesbian couple in it, but it didn't feel out of place because it was literally just, they were just another couple. Like, they came over and they're like, oh, hey, yeah, my wife and I are just going over to the grocery store. We were wondering if you needed anything while we were there, kind of thing. And I was like, that is perfect. That is what I want to see more of,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just natural, everyday stuff. It's not obscene. It's not forcing it in your face. It shows what we always wanted with gay rights, which was just to be normal. Just blend into society and just have average everyday lives. And go, here we go. We go grocery shopping too. We do this too. I hold my wife's hand. We fight. We argue. All these things, like, just to show the normality of it. Not the, oh, hey, yeah, here's the hot and heavy. You want to see the sex scenes? Oh, and then the guy dies. What?
So I'm kind of remembering the sequence in which this happened. So Rossi was talking to, I think, the director.
Okay.
Aisha and her girlfriend were in bed banging.
As one
JJ
does.
JJ was in the kitchen getting breakfast ready, and Will came in, and he said to her, I'm feeling kind of weird," and then he passed out.
Oh,
And
poor Will.
and it just shows JJ on the phone to 911 going, Will, please wake up, Will. So it went back to Aisha's character and the girlfriend, with Aisha getting the text message from JJ saying that Will was at the hospital. Because then it went back to Rossi saying Will was at the hospital. Yep. So, again, unnecessary. Mm-hmm. Unnecessary. The Rossi's part, yes, because they were talking about what was pertaining to going on with Voight. I know you don't know who that is, but it's just one of the characters in, like, an ongoing storyline. So Rossi and the director were talking about that. It was relevant to the show at the time.
Yep.
So yes, the lead into that, Rossi's talking, his phone goes off, and he goes, "I gotta go." So
that makes sense. There's storyline to that. Whereas the other one's like, well, we're done shooting our porno now, so we're good. Sorry, babe, I gotta hit the road.
Shut the camera off. Will passed out.
Yeah. Ooh, we probably shouldn't be recording this now. Hold on. I'll have to post this tomorrow after he's dead.
It was a really good episode. Honestly, it was
Yeah.
really well done in how the writers captured those stages, right?
Mm,
It was really well done. And Reed came back for a few scenes. Dr. Reed came back for a few
yep.
scenes, so we got to see him.
It's one of those things that I need
But
to
no
get back
Garrett
into
or
watching.
Hodge. Hmm?
Well, Hodge will never go back to the show
I
because
know.
yeah, that was other reasonings. That just went bad. Here, you're like, oh yeah, physical violence is not really tolerated. Funny how that happens. Just saying.
Just
But
saying.
that's one of those shows that I want to. I got to get back into. Like, I haven't watched it in years, just because it got so dark that it got to me, where I was like, I cannot keep watching this because I used to watch it. It was on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. every week, and my mom and I would watch it every single week, like we were going to church. And then it just started getting like my mom and I talked about this. It's one of those things where TV has gotten progressively darker
Oh
over the
fuck yeah.
years, where like I use the comparison of you look at the early, like beginning seasons of CSI, the original CSI, which didn't have to have a name attached to it because there was only one. It was only in Las Vegas. The others didn't exist yet. It was just CSI. Um, when it first starts off, they're always talking about how they're the night crew and how they're the night shift, they're the graveyard, and yet every single episode,
It's during the day.
yes, like all the murder scenes, everything. They're like they'd have a couple nighttime scenes, but most of it was all morning shit. Where I'm like, don't you guys have to go home like you're a night shift? Why are you still here at like 10 a.m.? I don't get
Shouldn't
it.
you be sleeping?
And then as the show went on, like when you watch the stuff in the early seasons, there's like barely any blood involved. It's like going back to 1990s and watching Murder She Wrote, where it's like, oh, someone was violently hit upside the head, and there was no blood. And you're like, oh, or she'd see like a little like two dots. Jessica Fletcher would be like, oh, there's an awful lot of blood here.
Yeah. There's blood splatter. Where?
How do you know he just didn't have like a bloody lip or something? Like there's two drops. But okay. And then as you watch it progress through the series, they stopped doing so many daytime stuff. It became more nighttime, darker. There became more blood. Then there was body parts missing. Then they would show the body parts. Then they would show um, where they did that cool effect because they were the first ones at the time that would kind of do like the interior show of it, and it would show how like the bones would crack in, or like a knife would crack out, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see. But as it got progressively further along, and you're like, oh, this is getting darker. Where it's like, oh yeah, this person eats human body parts. Oh, this person abducted a child and killed them. Oh, this person, and it would become more and more graphic the further along it got. And it was the same thing for all the shows at that time. Like Criminal Minds was that way, where it's not that the first ones weren't dark; they were, but it wasn't to the same degree as it went further along. Where you're like, holy shit, this is bad. Like I still remember the episode where I don't remember the British girl's name, but it was the British cop or British criminal mind person who knew Hodge, and they were in an explosion, and Hodge literally looked back. She's like, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. And when he looked, it was the first time that they showed, like, from what I recall, there were actually, like, her legs were split open kind of thing, where it had shrapnel had gotten her and severed things, and I think she died there on the street. And it was just that moment of being like, holy shit, okay.
Oh, was that when the car blew up?
I think so. I think that was that one.
Yes. Yes.
And Hodge, I think Hodge was holding her as she died.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like,
There are some episodes. There are some episodes on Criminal Mind where I was like, oh, fuck, man, I don't think I could ever watch that again. Because
Yep.
that's how dark they went.
Yes.
But anyways, let's head back to The Last of Us.
Yeah, we've done our part where we said it would be random rambles.
So
I can't feel my foot though.
you're gonna love this because I didn't even tell you about this.
Uh-oh.
Pedro is starting to get hate.
What?
People are hating on Pedro. People are
Mm-mm.
hating on Joel. So anybody that hasn't watched the whole season knows Joel dies in the second season. Ellie witnesses the death. She's PTSD all the way. Was it episode 6 where they did the flashback?
Yes.
Yeah, 7 was the finale.
Yes.
So episode 6 was a flashback of Ellie and Joel together, going back from when.
Yeah, from her, because it was each year's birthday.
Getting Ellie to
Yep.
her birthdays, like, and they did
Yep.
the birthdays, and anybody that has watched the show or played the game has seen the lengths that he went through to celebrate her birthday, to make her feel like that was her special day. She was loved. As the show went on, we get to the episode of Ellie on patrol with Joel and the
Yep.
Eugene storyline, where
Yes.
Eugene gets bit and Joel effectively takes care of him. Now, in my opinion, Joel did the right thing.
Oh, 100%.
Eugene was bit. There is no guarantee that he wouldn't have turned on the way back to Jackson.
No, it's because Jackson's. Wait, is it Jackson? Oh, you know what? I think you're right. Yeah, it is Jackson.
So the whole lying thing, and this is where the hate for Pedro is coming in. So people are hating on the fact that he lied to Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a game. Their friends are
It's a
real
game.
life, trust me.
It's a game. It's a TV series. It's not real.
So where people are saying that Bella Ramsey didn't portray Ellie the way that Ellie was in the video game, emotionless, and for whatever reason, there's people are saying that Bella's face is too flat. Like, I don't understand that, but whatever.
Here's my face now.
So, I've seen a couple TikToks now where these self what do you call that?
Oh, selfies?
Self-proclaimed experts.
Oh. Yep.
On the show or the video game have said that neither Bella Ramsey or Pedro Pascal showed enough emotion in that final scene on the porch. The porch scene, do you remember the porch scene?
He literally cries in it.
Sobbing into my t-shirt, and my husband like, the fuck is wrong with you?
They were both crying. How much more emotion do you want there to be? Like,
So Emmy nominations have been dispersed into the wilderness, if you will, and
wilderness.
Pedro was nominated for best leading actor in a series. So
rightfully so.
So if you, Armchair Bob, don't think that Pedro showed enough emotion, tell me what makes your opinion more than the Academy's.
I think, and so you and I talked about it the night that we were watching the episode, and I wholeheartedly agree what Joel did was the right way to an extent, like, he should
He just went
have,
about it the wrong way.
yeah, I would say he should have told Ellie, like, no, we cannot, absolutely not bring him back home. These are the reasons why. One, he could change on our way back and then jump us. I don't have immunity. You do. I could die. You'd have to shoot me in the face. Two, how is it fair to his wife for her to have to see him come up as a infected and have to then
And it,
witness us shooting him in the face? And then for later on, how is it fair to deny her, like, oh yeah, he lied to her about what happened? That was better. It didn't matter. She didn't need to know that, hey, Joel led him off the beaten path and shot him in the back. It should have just been left as how he had said it, that, okay, he knew what was happening was bad. He shot himself and took care of it. He was strong in the end. It gave her a good, happy feeling at the end. But instead, you have what happened, and, excuse me, Ellie breaking and saying, that's not what happened. Joel shot him. He was going to come back and say goodbye to you and all this. Like, I would have lost my shit. If that were my kid, I would have lost my shit on her and said, how is this
shut
better?
the fuck up!
Yep, exactly. Okay, great. So now you've made her an alcoholic. Now you've made her an enemy. And now she's just miserable all the time. Before, she was upset and would have been probably handled it better with the thought in mind of, hey, my husband did the right thing. He didn't put our community in jeopardy. He didn't put me in jeopardy. And I didn't have to
Exactly.
witness his death. And instead,
Exactly.
now she's mad about it because she's like, well, what if Ellie's right? What if, what if, what if, what if, what if? Like, okay, well, now you've given her 52,000 what ifs with no actual plausible answers.
Well,
Way to go.
like, again, could you imagine if Joel had said, "Okay, Ellie, let's take Eugene back so he can say goodbye to his wife," with no 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 idea as to when he would turn.
Yep,
And again, for Ellie saying, "Well, he's not shaking." Each person is different. Each
yep,
person is different. Some people, it could take them 3 or 4 hours to change. Some people, 28 days later, could change instantaneously.
yep.
So, what if Joel said, "Okay, Ellie, we'll take Eugene back. Eugene, get on the back of my horse."
Mm-hmm.
And Eugene changes and bites Joel. Exactly
Yep.
like you said. Like, and I guess that's where, in the show, not in real life, the show shows Ellie's immaturity to
Yes.
the dangers of what was actually happening. Like, I get it. She knows she's immune,
But
but
not
you're not
everyone else
fucking
is.
Superwoman,
Yep.
and not everybody else is.
And I
So
mean,
it's
crap, what was her name? I can't remember the character's name in the first season. Joel's partner, where she says to Ellie, where Ellie's like, I'm immune anyways. And she turns and goes, you may be immune, little girl, but those things can still rip you limb from limb. And I bet you'll
yeah,
still die dead.
exactly.
It's like, egg fucking exactly. Those things get on you. It won't matter that they bite you. Yeah, you're right. You're not going to turn. Congratulations. You know what's going to happen,
But they're not
however?
going to stop biting. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
they're going to continue to bite. Eventually, they're going to get an artery. You're going to spurt out. You're going to die. They're going to rip off an arm. They're going to rip off your face. You'll end up dying from it, just not from being bitten and transforming. Woo! Oh, yeah. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. But that, just like you said, it really shows, it highlights the immaturity of Ellie. And I think that
Yeah.
Bella Ramsey does that perfectly in showcasing, hey, this is what happens. Like, obviously in real life, they're, I can't remember, like mid-20s, I think? Somewhere around there?
23.
23? Yeah, I remembered roughly. Um, Portraying a 14 and a 19-year-old. They do a fantastic job with it because you have to take that logic of, okay, we all know, we've all been there. When you're a teenager, you think you know everything. You think you're invincible. No, you're just dumb and really easily killed. That's the truth of the matter. You've had, like, next to no life experience. Everything's out there to get you, and you're like, okay, this is the zombie apocalypse. You're going to die. You're going to be one of the first to die. Because you didn't think, maybe I should run away from this. No, I'll stay here. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine, I'm fine, we're fine.
Yeah, there's flames all around. Everything's fine. It's all fine.
So, like, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, IMHO, I think season 2 was very well done.
Yes.
I think that because there were so many people that said the writing was really bad.
And I don't understand that at all.
Again, it's the armchair warriors. That's what I call them. The armchair warriors. The 36-year-old men in their mom's basement, chips on their chests, Dorito crumbs on their lips.
Faces.
And they're, well, I would have did this and I would have did that. Well, get off your fat ass and do it. But
yeah, go ahead, show it then.
A lot of people had said that the writing was really bad, and that if this one writer had done the whole season, it would have been done right, and blah 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 and blah blah blah. But I think overall, it was done very well. It kept me intrigued
the entire time.
We're not a PlayStation family. We are an Xbox Nintendo family. So, I never played the game physically. I've watched Twitches of people playing.
Yep.
But I've never physically played. So I kind of, and with conversations with you, I kind of knew what was going to happen, what to expect, blah, blah, blah. I didn't see anything wrong with how... Was I pissed? Yeah, I was pissed because there was only 7 fucking episodes, and now we gotta wait 3 years for season 3. That's what I'm pissed about. But overall, I think the whole season was done very, very well.
Yes.
The acting was
top notch.
Chef's kiss. Come at me if you think I'm wrong. Come at me. Let's have a chat.
Let's go. Go ahead. Come at me, bro. Come at me. I'm wholeheartedly with you on. Let's go. I'll chest up to you. Dog's like, what are you talking about?
Me and my 4'11" frame.
I'll get you. I'll get you. Let's go. Let's go, bro.
Your kneecap.
I mean, that's basically what Bailey does.
What we should do one day, when we play D&D, we need to take a picture of me and Ethan together.
Oh my god, yes. We have to show the two of you next to each other, going like, okay, here's Dana. Here's Ethan. I'm going to have to stand them so far back. As you're sitting there like, oh. I swear I'm not that small. It's just he's freakishly tall.
Is our character a dwarf?
Yeah, the one where you're like, you'd think that she'd be playing that, but nah, she's just playing a small little elf. Which, by the way, I haven't finished reading your backstory because I've opened it like 3 times and then gotten distracted. But what I've read of it so far, I like and I have ideas. I already know. Yeah.
Like I said, that it was a thought. It was a long few weeks of thinking, and then about 4 hours to write it out.
I always love that part where you're like, you can feel the thoughts churning in there. Like, I have an idea of what I'm doing for the story for you and the story for Zoomlar. So Raywin and Zoomlar, I'm like, okay, I think I have an idea of a quest line for both of you. It's the writing it out, and I'm like, okay, just got to write it out. I got to do it in flowing. I got to make sure it all makes sense and all comes together. Or I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then my brain's like, what about this over here? Stop it. Come back to the main idea.
Tiny.
Now, on an unrelated note, because I want to talk about it, um, the book written
Oh.
by my beautiful best friend, pen name Sophia. No, it's actually as I'm looking at it in that thing, the camera. I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be reversed. It is
No,
written
it's
by the beautiful.
perfect for me.
Oh,
It's
okay,
not reversed for me.
it's the beautiful poem collection written by my best friend Sophia York, and it is called Fragmented Echoes. And I have been reading little bits at a time because I absolutely love it. And I'm trying to think, there's a bunch in here that I absolutely love, and that I will actually be putting pieces together where I talked to her about it and made sure she was okay with it. That I will be recording me reading like one poem at a time kind of thing, and then posting it online. I won't be reading the entire thing because I want you guys to all go out and buy it. You can get it on Amazon, whether it's amazon.com, .ca, EU, yada yada, blah blah, all of the things. And it is printed, this one is actually printed in, where does it say it?
Canada.
I think it's printed specifically Ontario. I think it was Bolton, Ontario. Amazon edition. Yep, I would say it's the first edition, 2025. And I absolutely love it. Like, I'm not a poem person. Like, I've never been in love with them. I've never really gotten poetry just because I always sucked at it. But her poems have always, like, I've read a lot of her work just because we share back and forth. And I've always found that her work is something that has always touched inside of me. Like, I've always felt a connection to it where, let's see if I can find one that I actually love. I mean, that's basically most of them. Um, there's the one, Natured Bloom. Hold on. So, oh, found it. Okay. So this was one of my favorite ones. I was talking to her about it the other night because I read it and she has to live through the fact of me reading them, then messaging her going, oh my God, this one, I love this for this reason. So thank you. You have to accept me. Everything is awesome. So, sorry, it's Nature's Balm. So wandering and wondering, into the forest I went, eyes beholding a fantastical sights, all scents and sounds a balm for tumultuous minds. For a moment or two, I could leave behind the world of man, and just breathe a single breath, full and true. And that to me is one of my favorite ones because it captures so much how I feel when I go for walks. And that was what I told her when I read it. I'm like, it's literally that feeling of I do have the clusterfuck of thoughts going on all over the place, just
Yeah.
and then when I get out, like if I'm walking in the wooded area by my house, it is that immediate, for a moment of two, leaving the world of man, leaving the world of technology, feeling it literally just melt away. Close the door. It's okay. It's okay. Um, and just feeling like as you bring in that breath, you can feel your connection to the natural world. And you just kind of feel that as everything kind of
Yep.
releases. And I just, like I said, that was just one of the
Me
ones
with my
because there's,
camera.
yes, exactly. You just finally get that, you just feel like you can breathe again. And she has so many good ones. And I'm going to be going through and just picking out my favorite ones. And then I'm probably going to get like little creativeness because this is my nerdy moment of, no, you jump down, you go away. So I installed this app called Pocket Bard, and it's for D&D. So you go into it and it's got all these different settings, and you can literally just pick it. Let's see if I can actually. Ooh. So you can have water sounds, waterfalls, creepy whisperings. And then you can have a whole bunch of different things. So I'm like, right? I'm so excited to use this for our campaign. They're like, here, use this. I'm like, hee! But then, and it's literally got, like, you can have music with it too. Come on.
The bards
Do it.
in the bar.
This is when there's victory. You can add it to the end where it's like a triumphant sound. So I absolutely love this thing. And I was like, oh my God, I could stop jumping. You jump down. That was your choice. There's actually a part where it has like weather. And I was like, oh my God, I could use this to be able to use rainfall and thunder as I'm recording the me reading the different poems. I was like, oh, I was like, I cannot wait for this. So that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to. And I highly, would you stop it? Go lay down elsewhere. My lap is off limits to you. You jumped. So I highly recommend for anyone who hasn't ordered it yet, go online, order it off of your local Amazon. It gets delivered. I ordered it, what was that? Tuesday, and I think I had it Thursday.
Oh, nice.
And it's literally done to print.
Order. Yeah, I'll get mine because I got to put in my order for my Stephen King book.
You're like, get it all together, all in one. Booyah.
Literary life mate.
You have yours, I have mine.
All right. So let's wrap it up because you keep glitching.
I was going to say, I keep having the glitch. I wasn't sure if it was on your end or mine.
Actually, it says... Yeah, I have a note that says actual recording is in higher quality.
Oh. Oh.
So we got some high quality recording.
Yeah, bitches.
Anyways.
Yeah, now that we've been distracted. This works. Yes, for the love of God.
Wishes and good wishes.
Yes, hopefully this works, and hopefully we'll be back next weekend talking about gay pride.
Are we doing Pride next weekend?
That's what I figured. We probably should have done it this weekend, but I forgot. By the time I remembered, it was already recording time. Okay, just down.
Okay. I think I have my notes from last year.
All right.
On that note, ciao. Have a good week.
Ciao, everybody.
Everybody, and we hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next weekend.
Shush.